afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's your one and only Jay Stein in the Stock Market Entertainment Show. All right, so the Federal Reserve, Jay Powell, just got done with his little, meeting or the FOMC. And just to give you a quick cliff notes, I actually was able to pay attention to some of what he said. So I'm going to give you the rundown, basically, on what he said. Essentially, it made the market fluctuate just a little bit, but all in all, it went back to pretty much where it was. So, first things first, and this is a surprise, they're going to continue asset purchasing. Who would have known? And they say that it's not a problem. It's just accommodating the current economic situation or conditions. Now, part of what they're purchasing in relation to assets is your MBS packages, and they're buying about 40 billion with a B of MBS packages a month. Okay, and now you're telling me that everything's good. So we have housing at the highest demand that we've had in years and the highest price that we've had in years. And yet they're purchasing these mortgage-backed securities. So there's some sort of disconnect between the two of what he's saying, in my opinion. These housing companies and mortgage companies are taking advantage of the fact that they're being bought up, or the mortgages are being bought up by the Federal Reserve or being backstopped by it. So there's that. Another factor of whether or not they're going to continue asset purchasing or monetary easing or printing more money is the vaccine timeline. I think that's just a really hot button issue that they like to throw out there. Simply because that's an excuse to kind of hide inflation, in my opinion. And that's their whole key is 2% inflation. And that's not the case. That's not what we're seeing. Go to the grocery store and you'll know what I'm talking about. But again, they want to say, oh, it's herd immunity. Oh, the vaccine. Once we get that under control, inflation will go back to 2%. So I find that a little hard to take in wholeheartedly, if I could say that. Now, in terms of the workforce, getting people to return to work, particularly in the service sector, is proven to be a problem, as we all know. Most people want to sit at home and collect a paycheck that is more. They're making more money off of stimulus and unemployment than they would make working their regular job. So you got this problem of not being able to gain even close to full employment. And the other thing is, people are still staying at home. They are, a lot of kids are still doing at-home schooling, every other day type situation. So these parents are going to have to stay home and essentially, watch over their kids and make sure that they're doing their online schooling. So, the other thing that I really picked up on was the bank lending, and essentially, it's not a problem. They're going to continue doing it, and it's just going to continue happening. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, is that they're just going to continue printing money and loaning it out to the banks until economic conditions are accommodative in their opinion. So that's about all I have, just kind of cliff notes. Like I said this morning, I try to keep up as best I can. And again, there's a lot of redundancy when it comes to these FOMC type announcements. He reads off of a book. If you pay attention to him, he looks down, he reads a statement, and then he'll look down again and read another statement. And then the Q&As, the questions and answers, again, you have dozens of reporters asking pretty much the same thing in different ways. And again, he's looking down, he's reading his response. He's looking down, he's reading his response. These are all scripted questions, and every so often you'll get one that actually kind of throws him off. And what he does then is like, oh, my earphone kind of faded out there for a minute. So can you repeat the question? And if it's a question he's not expecting to hear, then he just goes on a talking point of something not really related. So in terms of the market, like I said, it fluctuated during the speech, but it came right back to where it was throughout the day. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm missing in regards to that, to the FOMC speech. And I think I got it covered, as best as I can. And basically, I will check back in with you in about 30 minutes with a market recap, and we'll cover all the good stuff then. Anyways, guys, for those who missed the meeting, I hope I gave you the cliff notes as best as I can. And I hope everybody's making plenty of money today. It's out there for sure. And like I said, I will check back in with you here in about half an hour after the closing bell. Anyways, guys, talk to you later.